I love waking up to a heavy thunderstorm. It's just so cozy. You don't see rain like this in California, and it rarely rains like this in New York. Glad I saw this before I hit back today. Whew. I thought I just took a shower. Wow. Thank you.
Surprise,
Thank you. I'm at the airport right now, and just check out this rain. It's monsooning, my kind of weather. Ooh, fancy snacks. God, I hope this is not all the food. Some stir-fried vermicelli, panang curry, tom yum wrap, chicken tikka. What? No mangoes? Some Hainanese chicken, baozi, pastries, Thai dessert. All right, let's eat. Okay, so the food doesn't look the best. A little Hainanese chicken, not very Thai-esque. That's a tough chicken. You definitely want that chicken to be your wrestling tag team partner. Got some of this curry. This is pork. The curry's not bad. This is kind of interesting. I think this is a dessert wrapped in a banana leaf. It's like a Chinese zhongzi, a rice cake, and there should be something sweet on the inside. This is delightful. There's bananas in here, some beans, and I think some dates. Definitely the best thing in this lounge. So as you can tell, I am on my way back to New York from Bangkok. This of course being my first trip to Thailand. Heat and humidity aside, and oh my goodness, it was really hot. Every single day felt like I was walking inside a steam bath. My lens was fogging up every 5 seconds. I thought I was turning into a bun. But besides that, Thailand is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, I really did not know what to make of it because all I really knew of Thailand was from the movies Kickboxer and Bak. But this is such a beautiful country, and I only stayed in Bangkok. I didn't even get outside the city. I didn't even get to the south and see Phuket, see all the beautiful beaches. But Thailand is such a beautiful country with an intoxicating culture. The more I explored, the more I wanted to explore. I was mainly here to film food videos, so I didn't get a chance to do a lot of the stuff I wanted to do. I wanted to go see a live Muay Thai kickboxing match. I wanted to see some elephants. I wanted to see some monkeys, especially that chubby one that was making his way around Facebook. I wanted to see him and tell him that I can relate. I also eat all the food people throw at me. And the people, well, most of the people. Let's exclude a couple of cab drivers that ripped me off. But most of the people of Thailand were so lovely, so helpful, because obviously I can't speak the language, and I really try to go to local eating spots and order like miscellaneous stuff. And of course, nobody can really understand me, but they were all so patient and kind. And I love that. I especially love that when I'm trying to eat something. And then there were the lovely folks who came and had a ice cream sundae with me. They were also gracious and nice. Maybe it was because I had a sundae the size of a baby in front of me, but whatever. I felt loved. This has been such a fantastic trip. I will 100% be back because there's so much more I haven't done yet, and so much I want to explore, and so much I want to eat. So right now I'm at the airport waiting to board my flight to Seoul, and then I'll head back to New York City. And I am flying back through a different airline this time. I'm going to be flying back through Asiana, another Korean airline. So I'll show you guys what their business class looks like. And to the people of Thailand, I love you and I love your mangoes. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but I really do. Have you ever had mangoes in Thailand? They're incredible. All right, let's go to Korea. mapo tofu for breakfast. Ramen noodles with an egg on top. Okay, this isn't exactly the healthiest breakfast, but it's better than that weird looking mapo tofu. 3-hour layover, then on to New York. Like I mentioned before, this is my first time flying Asiana business class. Let me show you around where I'll be for the next 13.5 hours. The seats are relatively small for business class. I think this is about the same size as the Thai Airways. You got a couple bins here to store your stuff, pretty big size bins. I'm assuming this is a little closet that I can't open. And this is your tray table here. No massage button, but that's all right. All the usual goodies, headphones, flip-flops, goodie bag. You know, I don't usually keep eye covers because I don't use them, but look at this. This is, I don't know, it feels kind of fancy. Socks, brown socks. Okay, anyone tell me if this is good? It's really funny today. I know I'm in Seoul. I know I'm flying out of Incheon. I know I'm flying on a Korean airline. But I've done this before. It never happened quite as much as today. But everybody spoke to me in Korean. And not like speaking to me in Korean and kind of wondering if I spoke Korean or not. But very definitively speaking to me in Korean. Like they're pretty darn sure I'm Korean. So I don't know, guys. Let me know. Do I look Korean or do I look more Chinese or more Japanese maybe? I always thought I was kind of like a mix. Maybe I look more Tibetan or Mongolian. We haven't taken off yet, but I really need to use the restroom, so hopefully I don't get dragged off the plane. I'll let you guys know. Whoa. This bathroom is massive. Look at this. You can have a little cocktail party in here. I mean, you'd be sitting on the toilet, but still. All the usual amenities. And the rose. This is kind of crazy. Wow. So if you ever want to give someone you love a rose on the plane, this airline's got you covered. I think I'm just gonna come in here and hang out after I get sick of my seat. This is the A380 and look how huge this wing is. Like the Japanese airlines, you get a selection of a Western meal or a Korean meal. So Korean meal, of course. And the one thing I'm really excited about on this menu, you will never guess. I'm most excited about the yogurt. I kid you not. Korean yogurt is amazing. You can't ever find it in the States because obviously it doesn't ship well, but it's incredible. It's like the chunky nectar of the gods. The appetizer, mung bean jelly with vegetables and beef, and this thing is tiny. Look at this. It's definitely a one biter or less. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. It just seems like there's a ton of sesame oil on here, and this whole thing was sitting on a sesame leaf. I do like the texture of the noodles. This is the steamed scallop with mustard dressing. This thing looks like it could have some potential. And also, it kind of looks like a Pokemon. There's a little eyeball there, a little Squirtle almost. That was really good. I think I like the sauce better than I like the scallops. It's garlicky, it's mustardy, it's gingery, it's deliciousy. This is the shiitake mushroom and the wild sesame soup. That's really thick, it's like a congee. Yeah, it smells very sesame-y. Yeah, it's congee. There's rice in here too. Again, besides the sesame, not too much flavor. Would definitely be better with some hot oil. This is the grilled pine mushroom and short rib patty. Here's the mushroom, and this patty kind of looks like a Salisbury steak. And what looks like ginkgo nuts here, roasted garlic. I think there's a little egg with veggies, some tofu soup, more banchan. Try this. Yeah, this feels like a Salisbury steak. It tastes like a Salisbury steak with Korean seasoning. flavor is not all that bad. I don't understand. In the last couple of weeks, every time I eat, there's turbulence. I bet you as soon as I finish eating, it's smooth sailing. You ever try to drink hot soup in extreme turbulence? You do it very carefully. There's fermented beans in this soup. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not crazy about this steamed egg with vegetable thing. Oh, there's shrimps in here. This is the tiniest dessert ever. It looks like a glazed walnut and a plum. I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's some crazy good walnut. I feel like that walnut was just so good. Plum. It's really sugary. Since all the lunch items are really small, I got this bowl of ramen. This is huge, but it kind of just looks like Shin ramen. I like the ramen from A&A, which is spectacular because it actually tastes like it came from a ramen shop. And this, I could tell, this is just bagged Shin ramen noodle. Still good, but I just really missed the other ramen. Oh no, this is not the Korean yogurt I liked. It's such a disappointment. Finally back in New York, and although I am missing Thailand just a little bit, I do like the fact that I have to wear a jacket here. This is a pretty view. Brooklyn Bridge. That massive building is actually One Police Plaza. A very typical small Manhattan hotel room. Oh, but the view is nice. Look at that Freedom Tower right outside my window. And that's the 9/11 memorial. All right, so I'm not going to Middletown just yet. I have a bunch of events to attend to, so I'm gonna stay in Manhattan for 3 nights. And I typically hate staying in hotels in Manhattan because they're usually very tiny and often they're kind of gross. But this hotel, I'm staying at a Hilton right now. This looks all right. But I wanted to summarize a little bit about my airline experience to Thailand. So in total, I flew with 3 different airlines. I flew with Thai Airways, I flew with ANA, and I flew with Asiana. It was my first time flying business class on Thai Airways and Asiana. And of course, I flew business class on all of them. And I know some of you guys watch these videos because you're about to take a trip to one of these countries and you want to know which is the better airline. For this trip I was on, the best airline was definitely ANA. I mean, not just because they made me my own personalized dessert, that was a huge plus, but also because their food was the best and their service was out of this world. And I want to explain this a little bit. Usually when you go on an airline like Thai Airways, I feel like it was okay. It was nice. People were friendly. It was very typical. But what's kind of different about ANA service was that the flight attendants really bring about a sense of personalization. So not only do they come up to your seat and they introduce themselves and they know your name by then, they also sort of converse with you. And this is not just because I have a YouTube channel. I saw them doing this to almost every single passenger. Like they'll actually try to talk to you and be personable with you instead of these like flight attendant robotic types. So for that reason and the fact they had the best tasting food and also they had the best looking food, also they had the best ramen, that was definitely my favorite airline of this trip. My least favorite airline, I mean, there was only 3, but my least favorite airline has to be Thai Airways. I think it's really because Thai Airways, there's only like 1 flight attendant to take care of, I don't know, 50 people. So sometimes it did get a little hectic, like the flight attendant was running around trying to take care of everybody and it was really hard for her. And as passengers, you kind of notice that. Also, the food was very And it's an experience thing. Like once I got off ANA, I went on Thai Airways, I noticed a significant difference between the two. Just from the ways the flight attendants interacted with me, from the foods, from the environment, from the plane itself, it was just very, very, I don't know. You could tell they really weren't in the same league. And as for Asiana, I feel like it was really in the middle. I mean, Asiana's staff was really nice, but at the same time, I felt like they lacked the personable attitude that ANA flight attendants had. Also, the food was just very meh. I mean, at one point, I got a walnut and a date. I really had no idea what to do with that. Like, am I supposed to shove the walnut into the date? Like, am I supposed to make a walnut sandwich? I had no idea. But here's one feedback for all of these airlines though. Can you guys all please please get more than like 10 movies. I mean, literally, they all had like less than a dozen movies, and they were all the same movies, and it's such a long flight. But anyway, that's my review of the 3 airlines I was on. And I think if I had to compare all the business classes I've ever flown, I think still right now, number 1 would be Singapore Airlines, and then number 2 would be ANA. All right, guys, I'm still sweaty. I feel gross. I'm gonna go take a shower. Then I'm gonna go do something I've been wanting to do for 2 weeks now. This is my favorite, pepperoni pizza. That's bomb. Look at the curls and crisp of that pepperoni. That's what you look for in a good pepperoni pizza. Super thin crust. I've been missing this so much. Pizza at Fiore's, my buddy Ben. It's your favorite pizza place in the city?
Oh, yeah, this is it.
It's great.
This is it, man.
Gotta get the pepperoni here. Now life is complete. This is what I've been craving for so long. I've been eating so much Asian food lately. I've been craving a slice of pizza. And a lot of people like different pizza places in the city. This is my favorite. All right, guys, thank you all so much for following along. I'll see you later.